Welcome my dear listeners, stay with me to get the spoilers first and subscribe to the channel. Let's find out what's going to happen on The Young and the Restless. Nick panics, Matt strikes, and Victor corners Phyllis. The Young and the Restless gets hotter. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday are all about two very different types of pressure, and both are terrible. Nick Newman freaks out in Las Vegas when Risa Thompson finally tells him the information that could put Sharon and Noah in Matt Clark's way. Victor Newman makes Phyllis Summer an offer in Genoa City that seems like a lifeline at first, but then it starts to feel like a trap. The end result is a very dangerous hour of soap opera that mixes rescue, betrayal, blackmail, and old grudges. The episode is so tense because no one is coming in with a clear mind. Nick is already on edge, Adam is keeping a close eye on him, Sharon and Noah are stuck far from help, and Victor is pushing Phyllis to make a choice she doesn't want to make. All of the spoiler reports say the same thing. Everyone is under pressure and everyone is about to make a move that could change the board. Rija is the first prize to move, and she might be the most important one. According to the soap spoiler coverage, Nick and Adam convince her to betray Matt in exchange for a new name and enough money to start over somewhere else. Right away, that tells viewers two things. Rija knows Matt is dangerous and she will only cross him when her own future is at stake. That kind of deal is never easy in Genoa City. It is betrayal in the form of survival. Nick goes into panic mode because of what Risa tells him. Nick doesn't sit back and wait for a better plan once she tells him that Sharon and Noah are in danger. He gets in the car and goes after Matt himself. It's very clear from the spoiler line that Nick goes crazy and runs to stop Matt while he still can. That reaction is so Nick Newman, reckless, urgent, and completely motivated by the need to keep the people he loves safe. Adam ends up sitting next to him in the passenger seat, which makes the rescue mission even more complicated. The current spoiler material says that Adam might worry when Nick shows more signs of drug use, which makes the drive even more dangerous than it already is. There is no calm partnership or smooth brotherly relationship here. Adam is watching Nick run toward danger, which is a tense, high-stakes race. Nick is trying to keep his mind on Sharon and Noah. That detail about Nick's condition is important because it makes the rescue less heroic in a traditional way and more desperate in a soap opera way. He isn't just running toward the truth. He is running while carrying his own instability, which makes every second more dangerous. The spoilers say that his condition could affect the outcome of the showdown with Matt. This means that even our rescue could be affected by what Nick is going through inside. The destination only makes it hotter. Rija tells Nick and Adam to go to the same abandoned petrol station where Matt is causing trouble. People have said that place is remote, off the beaten path, and far enough outside of Vegas that Sharon and Noah couldn't get a reliable signal. When they get there, the rescue mission changes from a search to a fight. Matt, on the other hand, is already a few moves ahead. The spoiler reports say he has Sharon and Noah right where he wants them. This is the kind of line that makes a soap villain seem really scary. He stole Nick's phone, sent Sharon a fake message to get her to come over, and then watched her bring Noah right into the trap. Matt has already planned the worst version of the night by the time Sharon realizes something is wrong. That's what gives the Matt Strikes bit so much power. He isn't just showing up in a room and threatening people. He is striking because he has set up an ambush, changed the route, and trapped Sharon and Noah in a place where they cannot get away. One recap shows him getting into the back seat and saying "Welcome to hell," which perfectly sums up the tone of the whole episode in one scary move. Sharon's fear works so well because it is based on history. The spoiler coverage makes it clear that she knows right away how dangerous it is, and for good reason. Matt has hurt her before, so her panic is real. This woman is not overreacting to a strange diversion. A woman knows exactly how fast Matt can make a bad situation worse. Noah is also in a weak spot. The current spoilers put him in the middle of the trap with Sharon, and earlier coverage shows that he's already getting better after his car accident. That means he's putting himself in danger before he's ready, either physically or emotionally. Matt knows that the kind of weakness is useful, and the way the story is set up makes it seem like he is counting on it. The setting is just as important as the bad guy. An abandoned petrol station outside of Vegas is perfect place for a soap opera because it looks like a dead end before anything bad happens. There is no easy way out, no reliable signal, and no real backup. The story goes from suspense to survival once Sharon and Noah are inside. Nick and Adam might be running toward them, but they are already several minutes behind a bad guy who set things up ahead of time. That's why Riza's confession is so important. She doesn't just betray Matt for money, she changes the game. Nick and Adam's deal with her is bad, but they have to do it because it's the only way they can get to Sharon and Noah. This means that Riza is more than just a minor character in the Vegas story. She is the key that starts the rescue mission and makes the panic happen. The way this rescue team comes together is also very YNR ironic. Nick and Adam are rivals most of the time, but now they have to ride in the same car because the threat is bigger than their dislike for each other. Adam asks Nick how he is doing and keeps an eye on him, but Nick keeps going because Sharon and Noah are in trouble. Two men who don't trust each other have to work together under pressure, which is a classic soap opera plot. Victor is playing a completely different game in Genoa City, but it is just as ruthless as the one in which all of that is happening. According to the spoiler reports, he corners Phyllis with a shocking offer related to his AI scheme, and he and Victoria bring in proof that could get her into a lot of legal trouble. That seems like an offer is really a way to put pressure on Phyllis, and she knows it. Phyllis isn't going to give up easily. In the spoiler coverage, she says she won't give up on her dream and will keep fighting. The way of thinking is just right to her. Phyllis has never been the type of person who gives in easily when things get tough, and the current situation makes that even more clear. Victor may have the upper hand, but she isn't going to let him see her fall apart. On the surface, the deal sounds great, but underneath it looks bad. Victor and Victoria tell Phyllis that they are giving her one last chance to get out of the trouble she is in. However, the fine print is a threat. If she doesn't comply, they will give a new district attorney evidence. One source says that Christian Blair will take over a DA, which makes things even more dangerous for Phyllis because she could be charged with a crime if she doesn't agree to Victor's terms. That's why Victor's move goes so well with the Vegas ambush. In a physical sense, Matt is trapping Sharon and Noah while Victor is trapping Phyllis in a legal and strategic way. Both guys think they are in charge of the room. Both are putting pressure on the other to get what they want. Both are using danger to their advantage. It's not just about who wins the week, it's also about how many people get hurt before things calm down. What really gets to Phyllis in the Phyllis material is how it makes her lose her confidence. The spoiler makes it clear that Victor is in charge and that one wrong move could ruin everything. Phyllis might think she can call his bluff, but Victor is not just trying to scare her. He is bringing witness and paperwork. That means his cornering move is supposed to feel like it will work, even though the audience knows Phyllis won't give up easily. There is also a history here that makes the tension hurt. Phyllis doesn't trust Victor now because he has already betrayed her once. The spoiler cover shows her reminding Victor is that history, which means this isn't just a one-time threat, it's another round in a long-running war. Phyllis knows better than anyone that Victor's offer usually come in strings attached. That history also helps explain why Phyllis might not give in. Even if the proof looks bad, she has been trapped before, she has been embarrassed before, she has fought her way back before. So when Victor tries to corner her with AI-generated proof and legal pressure, she does what Phyllis always does. She pushes back hard enough that the other side has to work for every inch. The best thing about this episode setup is how well the two storylines mirror each other. Nick is freaking out in Vegas because Matt has Sharon and Noah in his sights. Victor is pushing Phyllis to make a choice that she doesn't want to make in Genoa City. One story is about a desperate rescue and the other is about a forced negotiation. Both are about people being made to do things before they are ready. Reza's part makes the Vegas hub even more unstable because she is the only reason Nick has the information he needs to move. The spoilers say she might know about Matt's trap and that Nick will go crazy if she talks about Noah and Sharon. That means her confession isn't just a plot twist, it is a point of ignition. Nick starts moving as soon as she speaks, and the rescue happens in a matter of minutes. Spoiler reports say that Matt's next move could involve an explosion or another very dangerous situation, but we still don't know what it is. That stops the tension from going away too quickly. Even if Nick and Adam get to the station, the danger might already be getting worse. This is the sweet spot of soap operas. The audience knows the trap is real, but they don't know how bad the payoff will be. So what does that mean for the week? Nick is scared, Matt is hitting with deadly accuracy, and Victor is putting Phyllis in a corner with a deal that could ruin her life if she doesn't take it. The story is beautiful because every action leads to another problem. Reza's betrayal helps the rescue but puts her own future in danger. Nick's desperate drive could save Sharon and Noah, but his health could put everything at risk. Victor's pressure on Phyllis could work, but it could also lead to kind of revenge she never forgot. That's why this week feels so strong. There isn't just one crisis, three of them, and they all have the same Y&R engine: betrayal, leverage, and the idea that if you push hard enough, someone will break. Matt thinks Sharon and Noah will break up first. Victor thinks Phyllis will. Nick is putting money on the line that he can get there before Matt wins. The spoilers only make it clear that someone is going to get hurt. And this is where everything starts to feel a little too close to the edge, because when everyone is under pressure at the same time, someone always snaps. What really stands out to me is this: Nick isn't just racing to save Sharon, he is racing against himself, and that's a much more dangerous enemy. Because if he loses control for even a second, does he save them or make things worse? And then there's Matt, who isn't acting like a man on the run anymore. He is acting like a man with a plan, and that shift should worry everyone. Because when a villain slows down and starts thinking clearly, that's when the real damage happens. But honestly, the scariest part of this whole setup might not even be Vegas, it's Victor. Because while chaos is exploding out there, Victor is calm, calculated, and closing in on Phyllis Summers like it's already over. And in my opinion, that's never a good sign. Victor doesn't corner people unless he believes they are already out of moves, but Phyllis isn't the type of stay trapped, which means this could flip in a very unexpected way. So now we have got three ticking clocks: Nick's control, Matt's next strike, and Victor's final move. And here's the question that really matters: which one explodes first? Does Nick reach Sharon Newman in time, or does Matt force a moment no one can undo? And if Phyllis refuses Victor's deal, is she risking everything or setting up her biggest comeback yet? My prediction: someone thinks they are winning by the end of this, and they are completely wrong. Because this doesn't feel like a resolution, it feels like the start of something even darker. So tell me, why do you trust the least right now? Nick under pressure, Matt with a plan, or Victor with leverage? And more importantly, when the dust settles, who left standing and who's about to lose everything?